In the city of lights lurks a shadowed realm beneath, where the air is thick with whispers of the past. The Paris Catacombs, an expansive underground labyrinth of bones, has whispered its eerie tales to all who dare enter. Laurent Dupont, a seasoned urban explorer, had heard them too often to ignore. One moonless night, armed with a flickering flashlight and a rugged camera, Laurent descended into the catacombs through an inconspicuous entrance in the heart of Paris. Stones resonated with a haunting coldness as his footsteps echoed through the narrow passageways lined with haunting skulls and bones, meticulously arranged. His heart pounded like a hammer on an anvil as shadows danced on the walls, and the ever-present whispers tugged at his sanity. Legends told of these catacombs being not merely a resting place for the dead, but a prison for tormented souls. Laurent pressed on, his breath visible in the frigid air, eyes scanning for any anomaly, any movement that seemed out of place. That's when he first saw her, a spectral figure at the edge of his vision, a woman dressed in what seemed to be 18th century attire. Her eyes, void of life, seemed to look right through him. A shiver ran down his spine as she beckoned silently, leading him deeper into the bowels of the catacombs. Transfixed, Laurent followed. She led him to a cavernous chamber, its ceiling arched and adorned with bones. As he stepped inside, the temperature plummeted, and an oppressive silence replaced the whispers. He sensed more presences, felt dozens of eyes upon him, and when he turned, the chamber's entrance was gone, sealed off by a wall of bones. Laurent's flashlight dimmed and died, plunging him into darkness. Panic clawed at him, but he was more rooted by the feeling of unseen hands pressing against his body. In the suffocating blackness, he heard it, the crying, the murmuring, the pleading of countless souls bound to this wretched place. One voice rose above the rest, clear and sorrowful. "Help us," it whispered, sending chills down Laurent's spine. He fumbled for his camera, hoping the flash could momentarily illuminate the chamber. As the flash went off, the room exploded in a ghastly scene, apparitions of the dead reaching out, their faces contorted in agony. The woman stood at the center, her eyes now filled with tears of blood. Desperation racked Laurent as he realized the catacombs were not just a burial site, but a purgatory for these souls. Another flash and all was silent. The walls of bones had transformed back into regular catacomb tunnels. Laurent was alone, his breath ragged, and the whispers diminished to faint echoes. He found his way back to the surface, the weight of the catacombs' horror forever etched in his mind. The Paris Catacombs held its secrets tightly, but for those few moments, Laurent had glimpsed the true terror of the underworld. Escaping with his life, he vowed never to return, yet he knew the whispers of the catacombs would haunt him to his grave.